Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brennan Berry, and today I will be discussing dementia. Now, when I was a kid, I used to live with my great-grandparents and mother and father. Now, late one night when I was fast asleep, I heard crashing come from downstairs in the kitchen. Now, my great-grandmother had known dementia, and when my father went to go investigate, he found my great-grandmother just in a fit, yelling things, throwing things, just wondering what everyone was doing in our house. Basically, she didn't remember us at all. Now, after this, we did put her into a home. It didn't mainly improve her condition, but it definitely made us feel better about her health. And she did pass away a couple years later, but not from the dementia, because the main thing I wanted to point out in this speech is that dementia is not a cause of death. Now, dementia is mainly a general term for decline in cognitive function. It affects memory, thinking, and social abilities. And in a study by the National Institute of Aging, dementia affects roughly 1/3 people above the age of 85. Now, some things that dementia causes can include memory loss, poor judgment, confusion, repeating questions, wandering and getting lost in familiar areas, acting impulsively, and even to the point of hallucinating. And another point I want to point out is dementia can be genetic. It can be passed down mainly through genetics, and is very common, basically. It is not a normal part of aging. Now, there are some causes and tests that have to do with dementia. Now, right now, there is no current cure for dementia, but there is a lot of studies and research that goes into dementia every year. Now, these tests that you can have done or have done on your family members include cognitive and neurological tests, brain scans, psychiatric evaluations, genetic tests, of course, cerebral spinal fluid tests, and even blood tests to determine if you are at risk for dementia. Now, according to Heather Cooper-Ordner, the president and chief executive of Alzheimer's of Los Angeles, there has been a dramatic increase in the number of clinical trial testing new therapies for dementia patients. And this has gone a long way in helping people fight the disease as well as just cope with it and better get on their day. Next, I'll be talking about more examples of dementia. These examples include Alzheimer's, which is the most commonly known. It can be caused by abnormal buildups in proteins in the brain, known as amyloids and tau taculas. Then there's frontotemporal dementia, a rare form that really only occurs in people actually younger than 60. It's very rare because it's not over that 85 age line. Then there's Lewy body dementia, which is a form of dementia causing abnormal deposits of other proteins called Lewy bodies. Then there's vascular dementia, which is a form of dementia that is basically when blood flow can't get to the brain, causing these memory effects and mainly all these poor judgment. There is types of mixed dementia, which is basically a mix of all the previous ones I mentioned. And there is a more recent study of late dementia, which is a test of basically how does dementia stay in the body after death. And researchers have found that there is more forms of dementia that are only in the body after death and can only be diagnosed after death in patients. Now, there is some medicine that has been developed to improve conditions of dementia. These include Leqembi, as well as just anti-amyloid treatments. These help just the day-to-day for people affected by dementia. And then another point I would do is just the costs. Just making aware the costs are very great, usually around $6,000 to $7,000 a month. That can get anywhere to $73,000 to $80,000 a year. Now, this can very hurt a lot of families that can't afford these treatments, and just an overall low degrade in mentality for the disease. Now, I'm going to finish it off just with a big point in that dementia is not a cause of death. Dementia does not cause your family members, does not cause the elderly to suffer or die. They are usually unaware of it, and just pointing out that they are usually in bliss, and they don't usually have any bad things happening when they die, stuff like that. So I appreciate you coming to my speech, and I'll see you all later.